The most terrifying crossover event is officially coming to Halloween Horror Nights in 2025. But before we talk about that, let's go ahead and get into all of the haunted house reveals for this year's event. Five Nights at Freddy's is officially coming to Halloween Horror Nights 25 years after its original release. And with that comes one of the biggest crossovers in history. So what can you expect from the haunted house? What animatronics will be featured? And what about the rumored appearance from the one and only Michael Afton? Well, today we are going over everything you need to know about the latest details regarding the Flat House house and my thoughts as well. Universal Studios has been bringing back some of their most popular haunted houses year after year. This year was no exception with the return of the classic haunted house. But it looks like next year, they may be switching things up a bit by giving us an all-new experience based off of one of the most popular media franchises in recent years. After years of anticipation, Five Nights at Freddy's is finally getting its own movie, and now its own haunted house at Halloween Horror Nights. For those who aren't familiar with the franchise, it follows the story of a series of horrifying events that take place at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a family entertainment center that features a number of terrifying animatronic characters, including Freddy Fazbear himself, Bonnie the Bunny, Chica the Chicken, and the one and only Foxy, the Pirate Fox. The first game was originally released in 2014, and since then the franchise has expanded to include numerous sequels, spin-offs, books, merchandise, and even its own theme park attraction at Universal Studios in Hollywood. With such a large and dedicated fan base, it's no surprise that Universal decided to bring the franchise to life at Halloween Horror Nights. The rumors have been swirling around for years, and it looks like they are finally coming true with the official announcement that Five Nights at Freddy's will be one of the haunted houses at HHN 2025. The news was confirmed on July during Universal's earnings call, where they revealed that Five Nights at Freddy's would be one of the featured attractions for next year's event. Not much is known about the house itself, but it's rumored to be based on the original game and follow the story of a security guard who must survive 5 nights working at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza while being stalked by its murderous animatronics. It's also possible that the house could feature elements from other games in the franchise. As you can see, this teaser image that was released does show a few animatronics from different games. The concept art features Freddy Fazbear, Chica, Bonnie, Foxy, and even Springtrap. The use of Springtrap in particular is interesting, as it would be the first time a non-canon animatronic has appeared at HHN. It's possible that this could be a sign that the house will feature elements from other games as well. While the official details are still under wraps, we do have some rumors that have been circulating online that I think are worth mentioning. According to some sources, the house is expected to be located in the same area as the Universal Monsters house and will feature a number of animatronics that come to life similar to the animatronics at the Universal Studios Hollywood theme park ride. Another rumor is that the house will also feature jump scares similar to the ones in the games, which means that we might see some sudden movements or loud noises that are meant to startle guests. This is definitely something that I would expect from a Five Nights at Freddy's attraction, and it would definitely be in line with the overall feel of the franchise. One of the most exciting rumors is that we may actually see the one and only Michael Afton in the form of an Easter egg. Michael Afton is the main protagonist of the entire franchise, and his story is one of the most tragic ones in all of horror. He is the son of William Afton, who is also known as the Purple Guy, and he has been trapped in the Spring Bonnie suit ever since he accidentally activated it. Now, there is no actual proof that this is going to happen, but it would definitely be cool if they did add him in there. Now, obviously, there are multiple versions of Michael throughout the franchise, but I think that they could easily get away with having him just look like a normal child in the Spring Bonnie suit. It would definitely be a very interesting choice to include him in the haunted house. But it would also make sense, since he is one of the most important characters in the entire franchise. If they were to include him, I honestly think that it would be a great opportunity to further develop the lore of the franchise and give fans a better understanding of Michael's story. As we know, the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise is full of lore and mystery. There are so many unanswered questions that fans have been wanting to know the answers to for years. One of the most important pieces of lore is the identity of the Puppet Master, who is the main antagonist of the franchise and is responsible for the deaths of so many children. We know that the Puppet Master is connected to the Bite of 83 incident, but we don't know much else about them. I think that including Michael in the haunted house and having him interact with guests could be a great way to further develop the lore of the franchise and give us more insight into the Puppet Master and their connection to Michael. For example, we could see Michael trying to communicate with the guests, warning them about the dangers of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza and the Animatronics, or we could see him reliving the events that led up to the bite of '83 and the death of his sister Elizabeth. This could also lead to some really interesting and scary scenes in the haunted house, such as Michael confronting the guests and trying to warn them about the animatronics, or reliving the events of the franchise and showing us how it all began. It would also be interesting to see how they would design the Michael animatronic or puppet. Would it be based on his appearance in the games, or would it be more realistic? How would it move and interact with guests? These are all questions that I'm sure the creators have thought about and have put a lot of time into planning. And speaking of planning, it's safe to say that planning for this FNAF house has been in the works for quite some time. We don't know exactly when they started planning for it, but it's safe to say that it's been at least a couple of years in the making. Planning for a haunted house is a very detailed process, and it takes a lot of time to get everything just right. From designing the sets and props to figuring out the animatronics and special effects, every detail has to be planned out carefully to create the best possible experience for guests. When you're dealing with a popular franchise like Five Nights at Freddy's, there's also the added pressure of making sure that the animatronics and props are as accurate as possible to the games. And for a company like Universal, which is known for its attention to detail, it's even more important to get everything just right. The fact that Michael Afton was mentioned in the rumors gives us an idea of the amount of planning that has gone into the FNAF house, including a character like Michael, who is such an important part of the lore and hasn't been seen in the public eye. Yet, shows that Universal is really taking the franchise seriously and is committed to making this haunted house the best it can be. This also gives us a glimpse into the creativity and imagination that has been put into this project. To be able to come up with a new character and backstory that fits seamlessly into the existing lore of the franchise is a testament to the hard work and dedication of the team behind the FNAF house. So while we may not know much about the FNAF house yet, we can be sure that a lot of time, effort, and care has gone into planning every detail. And we can expect nothing less than an amazing experience when it finally opens next year. In conclusion, the possibility of seeing Michael Afton at the FNAF haunted house is both exciting and terrifying. His inclusion would be a unique and unexpected twist that could add a whole new level of depth and meaning to the attraction. While there is no concrete evidence that he will be featured, the idea is certainly intriguing and has the potential to be a memorable addition to the already highly anticipated haunted house. Fans of the franchise eagerly await more details and the opportunity to experience the dark and twisted world of Five Nights at Freddy's like never before. I hope you enjoyed today's video and found it useful or at least interesting. And if you did, make sure to leave a like rating on this video. Comment below to let me know what you think. And as always, don't forget to subscribe for updates. I'll see you next time.